Emerging issues are a vital part of SAI strategic planning. The Supreme Audit Institution need to stay relevant in the society and provide timely and valid information for the decision makers. The customer perspective cannot be highlighted enough within this context. According to the SAI 12, Supreme Audit Institutions can show their relevance by appropriately responding to the challenges of citizens, the expectations of different stakeholders, and the emerging risks and changing environments in which the audits are conducted. In order to strategically plan well what we audit, when we do it, and how we do it, we need foresight information and understanding of whole of government risks.
At the National Audit Office of Finland, we've integrated in our new competence centers and also the impact areas the thinking that we can experiment, we can try new things and also fail, whereas we of course do our bit of risk management while trying out new techniques and new working styles. For example, we have integrated data analytics and automation into our financial audit, and we've also experimented by bringing AI through a risk management tool. That tool was designed by our young professionals who've completed a program where they were integrated into audit work, but were also asked to try out new things with a very creative mindset.
Climate change, natural disasters, and the impact of an aging population in public finances are emerging issues that the Tribunal de Contas of Portugal included in its strategic plan currently in force. We have concluded audits on demography, in education policies, of funds to assist the victims of the forest fires of 2017, and on desertification. These audits had a big impact. We hope they will assist our stakeholders managing better the funds and addressing the risk identified. The impact of digital transformation and related ethical issues will be on our next strategic plan.
Hello, I'm Gareth Davis. I'm the Controller Auditor General for the National Audit Office in the UK. We're working hard on a new 5-year strategy for the office, and as part of that we're identifying emerging issues from our existing work and looking ahead for the future. Two of the big ones that I want to mention are public spending relating to preparations for climate change and our major infrastructure projects. Both of these obviously huge long-term propositions for government, creating significant risks for value for money and generating lots of interesting learning which I'm sure will be relevant to share internationally. So I'm looking forward to doing that as we get into the work and ramping up our activity in that area. Thank you.
Emerging issues are an integral part of the 21st century. Our strategy focuses on two aspects. Firstly, timely advice to government. Our ad hoc audits on hot issues and non-audit products are good to speed up our work. Secondly, citizen-oriented approach. We simplify audit reports. We produce video audit reports. We spark in social networks. We involve citizens in our audits and participate in public debates. We develop self-assessment platforms for auditees. We educate law enforcement agencies. We do much more than required by the law, and we look for more partners with diverse knowledge. More partners and knowledge we shall have, less issues will be emerging for us.
When developing our long-term plan, we use both externally produced information and findings from previous audits to assess the major risks for the responsibilities of the government sector. Our present plan consists of 4 overarching risks. Each overarching risk contains concrete risk areas that guide the choice of our audits. Some risks that we have identified are generic, and some emerged more recently. Migration, integration and segregation is a risk area following the high levels of immigration the last couple of years. Another risk is staffing and skills in government sector in times of rapid change. Risks related to government's adaptation to digitalization is subject to several audits. One example is a parallel audit in the Nordic region on the digital support available to entrepreneurs and how well this works.
When speaking about emerging issues, the top priority for our office are new technologies and digitalization. We have focused in our strategic planning on changes that the digitalization has already brought or will bring to governance and to citizen-government relationship. In practice, it means totally new risks that our office has to address and focus in our audit work, starting from the use of big data by the government and ending with the functioning of e-services. In 2019, the annual report we present to Parliament is how Estonian e-state is functioning and what are the main risks.
Emerging issues, aren't those the most exciting ones? The most exciting ones to audit, but how do you deal with emerging issues? Well, first of all, you have to look at changes in society. Look what's happening around you, in the outside, and bring it into your own organization. But then emerging issues, there are new issues, and they ask swift and agile operation. So maybe it's not only about the topic itself, but most important about how your organization does it, and how to not only thinking, but working and doing, and change your decision making.